Good morning, dear cadets. So, yesterday I have finished aldehydes and ketones, including in-text exercise and some other exercises. Now, the last leg of this unit is carboxylic acid. Okay. So, as its name itself suggests that they are acids. Okay. So, why they are acids? And what are their properties, physical, chemical, and what are their other aspects we'll discuss in this particular topic. Okay, so let us have first brief glance on this particular topic. So just see, what are the carboxylic acids? These are the compounds which contain COOH functional group. The structure of COOH group is like that, C double bond O and OH. If you see this group, so here what is there? Basically two groups are there, two functional groups are there, C double bond O group and OH group. C double bond O group is carbonyl group, and just now we have finished aldehydes and ketones belongs to this group, and OH means hydroxyl group, that is alcoholic group. Okay, and that also we have discussed. Okay, so just see what we can say. Carboxylic acid is the organic compounds which contain carbonyl group and hydroxyl group together. Can we say or not? So the carboxylic group contains carbonyl group and OH hydroxyl group together. Okay. Now just see what is their general formula. Of course their general formula will be RCOOH or CnH2n plus 1 COOH. Actually in carboxylic, carbo word has come from carbonyl group and oxyl word has come from hydroxyl group. So if you merge them together, so instead of 2O you will write 1O, carboxylic group. Okay, so carboxylic group itself suggests that I am made up of two groups, carbonyl group and hydroxyl group. Okay, now just see, we can define like that also. Carboxylic acids are the compounds which can be called as alkyl or aryl derivatives, carboxylic derivatives of alkanes or arenes. Carboxylic derivatives of alkanes or arenes means from alkane CnH2n plus 2 replace one H by COOH group, then you will get CnH2n plus 1 COOH. Here exception is also there, except this acid SCOOH, formic acid does not belongs to this category, but of course it is also carboxylic acid only, formic acid. Okay, now as far as arenes are concerned, so benzene is the primary members. Okay, primary member, replace one H by COOH, so C6H5COOH, this group is known as aryl group. So aryl derivatives of are carboxylic derivatives of arenes, they are known as aromatic or carboxylic acid. Okay, how many types are there? Basically there are two types of carboxylic acid, one is aliphatic, other is aromatic. So when COOH group is bonded with carbon-carbon alkyl chain like that, carbon-carbon alkyl, COOH group is bonded with R. So R means here what is there? Carbon-carbon alkyl chain, that is known as aliphatic carboxylic acid. When COOH group bonded with aromatic ring, this one just see, ArCOOH, Ar means C6H5, so they are known as aromatic carboxylic acid. There is one more information regarding the carboxylic acid. The aliphatic carboxylic acid, which contains number of carbon atom 12 to 18, means C12 to C18, they are known as aliphatic carboxylic acid. And why they are known as they are known as fatty acids. So aliphatic carboxylic acids which contains carbon C12 to C18, they are known as fatty acids. Why they are known as fatty acids? Because they are obtained from hydrolysis of fats. Okay, fats like glycerol, okay, lipid, all those things, triglycerides. Okay, that is why they are known as fatty acids. And their example already I have given you in surface chemistry. Now in surface chemistry, what I taught you? When I taught you cleansing action of soap, sodium palmitate, stearic acid, palmitic acid. So just see C17, H35, COOH, C15, H31, COOH. What is this one? This is stearic acid. Stearic acid. This is palmitic acid. What is this one? Palmitic acid. Okay. So what are they? This is stearic acid. This is palmitic acid. So now try to understand here. Just see how many carbon atom is there here. C17. Here C15. So they will come as a fatty acids. What is they? They are carboxylic acid only. But in carboxylic acid, if they contains carbon number from C12 to C18, they are known as fatty acids. So fatty acid is part of carboxylic acid. They are differing from normal carboxylic acid in terms of number of carbon atom. Okay, just see C17, C15. Okay, so they are fatty acids. Why? What is this one? Fatty acids. So we can define fatty acids: aliphatic carboxylic acid which contains carbon from C12 to C18. So you should remember this one, C12 to C18. Okay, so introductory part is over. Now let us concentrate on nomenclature part. Okay, now see the nomenclature. Nomenclature is two types. Okay, common nomenclature system and IUPAC system. In common nomenclature system, carboxylic acids are named on the basis of natural source from which they were obtained. Like just see, formic acid. Formica is a Latin word, Greek Latin word. The meaning of this one is red ants. So since formic acid is obtained from destructive distillation of red ants, that is why it is known as formic acid. So what is the source of formic acid? Red ants. And in Latin words, what is there? Formica means red ants. That is why it is known as formic acid. Acetic acid, acetum is the Latin word. The meaning of that one is vinegar. Okay, that is why CH3COOH is known as acetic acid. Okay, in common nomenclature system. Okay, butyric acid, because it is obtained from butter, rancid butter. That is why it is known as butyric acid. So the common nomenclature system is based on the source, natural source from which they were obtained, and that is not important for the exam. Okay, IUPAC system, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Okay, IUPAC system came into existence in year 1947 when India got its independence. Now it has been revised two times, in year 1979 and year 1993. Okay, and now one example is based on 1993, and that example I taught you in case of aldehydes and ketone. When there is a unbranched chain of carbon and carbon and more than two similar functional group, more than two similar carbon containing functional group, if bonded, then the carbon of those functional groups should not be counted in the principal chain. That already I taught you, and COOH is one of the example. Even though I have already taught this particular example, will give you again here, but I have already taught in case of aldehydes and ketones. Okay, so just see, in IUPAC system, what is the format of IUPAC system? Prefix, word root, primary suffix and secondary suffix. Prefix means there are certain groups which always comes as a prefix. Word root means total number of carbon atom present in the chain. If one carbon, then meth, 2, eth, prop, but, pent, hex, hept, non, oct, dec. You know this one. Primary suffix tells about the nature of carbon-carbon bond. If carbon-carbon single bond is there, then ene. Double bond, ene. Triple bond, ine. Secondary suffix is the suffix which has been assigned to different functional group. and that is the specific that decide the identity of that functional group. Like in case of OH, ol, in case of COOH, oic acid, in case of ketone, on, in case of aldehyde, al. Correct or not? So these are the means they are giving the special identity to particular organic compound. Okay, because methane is everywhere, but it may be methanoic acid, it may be methanol, it may be methanol. Correct or not? It may be what to say, ether. So what is their secondary suffix decides the special identity. Okay, so just see what are the IUPAC rule as far as the IUPAC nomenclature of carboxylic acid is concerned. First rule is select the longest continuous chain which must contain COOH group. Means in longest continuous chain what should be there? COOH group must be included. Okay, correct, first rule. Now numbering should be start from COOH carbon only, means carbon of COOH group must get the least number. Numbering that should be the number 1 carbon atom, first carbon atom. Next one is position of substituent must be indicated by number. Suppose other than COOH group, Br or some other substituents are attached. Always remember, with respect to the COOH, all other will be the substituents only, because in the priority order COOH group is the first. Okay, so the other substituents, if they are present in the chain, they are indicated by the number in carbon-carbon chain. There is one most important information. Just see, whenever we are writing the name of monocarboxylic acid, so what we are writing? Alkane oic acid. From ane, E is deleted because secondary suffix begins with vowel. Okay, but in case of dicarboxylic acid, means ane, E of ane is retained, because in dicarboxylic acid it is not oic acid, it is basically dioic acid, and D is consonant. What is the D? D is a consonant. Okay, that is why in case of dicarboxylic acid, E of primary suffix should be retained. Okay, when I will give you the example, then you will come to know, don't worry. Right now rule should be discussed. So for monocarboxylic acid, alkane oic acid, for dicarboxylic acid, alkane dioic acid. Okay, now there are certain rules for the aromatic carboxylic acid, and they are very important. Just see, if COOH group is bonded with ring may be aromatic or alicyclic, then oic acid word will not come. First you should name that ring, okay, followed by the carboxylic acid as a suffix. If one COOH group is there, if two COOH group is there, then dicarboxylic acid. If three are there, tricarboxylic acid. Okay, so if COOH group is attached with the ring, aromatic or alicyclic, then ring name followed by the carboxylic acid word as a suffix in case of monocarboxylic acid. In case of dicarboxylic acid, first ring name followed by dicarboxylic acid. Again I am telling you, will write all examples related with these rules. Okay, one thing. Second one thing, the ring carbon atom to which COOH group is attached, that always will be the first carbon atom in case other substituents are also present in the chain. Okay, present in the ring. Okay, so ring carbon to which COOH group is bonded must get least number or one number while numbering if other substituents are bonded with ring. Okay, one more information, this is benzoic acid, its another name is benzene carboxylic acid, but benzoic acid is accepted IUPAC name, remember. And all other aromatic acids, aromatic carboxylic acids derived from this name only, they are the derivatives of benzoic acids. Okay, 2-bromobenzoic acid, you can say 3-bromobenzoic acid. Now I will write the different category of examples, then you will come to know. Okay, so this is all about the discussion of rules. Now whatever examples are given in NCERT book, I will write first, and now after writing their formula, when I will write their IUPAC name, then we'll explain all these rules again will come. So the utility or application part of this rule when I will explain the examples. Okay, so these are the examples I have to name according to IUPAC nomenclature. So first one is SCOOH. You can write like that also, HC double bond OH. One carbon atom is there. So here prefix case is not there because no substituent is attached. So what is the word root for one carbon atom? Meth. Then ane, oic, acid. Just see, E I have deleted. What is the name of this one? 1, 2. The carbon of functional group must get the least number. What is the name of this one? Eth, ane, oic, acid. Okay. Number is not important, means ethane 1 oic acid should not be written because COOH always comes as a first number carbon atom. What about this one? 1, 2, 3. What is the name of this one? Propane, oic acid. What is the name of this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this one? Butane, oic acid. Now what is the name of this one? Just see. You can write CH3 whole twice is given. Okay. So we can write like that. Just see. CH3, CH3. Now COOH. So 1, 2, 3. Correct. So now substituent is there. At which position it is there? 2 position. So 2-methyl propane oic acid. 2-methyl propanoic acid. What is the name of? Now just see. They were the monocarboxylic acid. What is this one? Dicarboxylic acid. So 1, 2. So what is this one? Ethane. ane. E should be there. Dioic acid. Or you can write ethane 1,2-dioic acid. Ethane 1,2-dioic acid. Because at 1 carbon atom and 2 carbon atom they are there. You can write this one like that also. COOH. Correct? Actually it is oxalic acid. So this is ethane 1,2-dioic acid. Just see, E I have retained here because this is dicarboxylic acid. Okay, 2 COOH group is there and secondary suffix for dicarboxylic acid is dioic acid and D is consonant. For monocarboxylic acid, oic acid and O is vowel. That is why E of primary suffix should be deleted. What about this one? Just see. 1, 2, 3. So what is the name of this one? Propane 1,3-dioic acid. And now just see. This is also dicarboxylic acid. This is also dicarboxylic acid. Who is distinguishing? Position where COOH is bonded. In this case, at 1 position and 2 position, COOH group is there. Here at 1 position and 3 position. Now, same way you can write this one like that. CH2 whole twice means you should write like that. H sub COOH, then CH2, here also CH2, and here what is there? COOH. So what is the name of this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can start from either side. So what is the name of this one? Butane 1,4-dioic acid. Okay. Now what about this one? Just see. Now same way 4 times you have to write CH2. So 4 this one, 5 and 6. What would be the name of this one? Hexane 1,6-dioic acid. Hexane 1,6-dioic acid. Okay, we'll discuss this one and this one afterwards. Just see what is the name of this one. Now just see, COOH group is bonded with the ring, bonded with the ring. Okay, then what should be their ring name followed by COOH group name as a carboxylic acid. So what is the name of this one? Benzene carboxylic acid, carboxylic acid. Okay, not oic acid, because COOH group is bonded with ring. Always remember, actually its another name is benzoic acid, that is also accepted IUPAC name, benzoic acid. Okay, correct. Okay, now just see. Now this is a typical example. Here what is there? COOH group is not directly bonded with ring, it is bonded with side chain. So remember, if side chain contains functional group, so side chain becomes the part of principal chain and benzene ring become substituents. So if side chain contains functional group, then it becomes principal chain and ring becomes substituent. So now here what is there? 1 2, at 2 number which group is there? 2-phenyl. What is this one? 2-phenyl. Then what is there? Ethanoic acid, ethanoic acid. Okay, ethane 1 oic acid is not required because COOH always comes as a first carbon atom. Okay, over this one. So just remember this rule also. See whether the COOH group is directly bonded with the ring or it is bonded with the side chain. If it is bonded with the side chain, so side chain becomes the part of principal chain and ring become the substituents. Okay, what about this one? Just see, 1 2, correct. So generally its name is thiolic acid, PTHA, thiolic acid. This is commercial name. What about IUPAC name? Its IUPAC name is benzene 1,2-dicarboxylic acid. At 1 position, 2 position COOH group is there. So benzene 1,2-dicarboxylic acid, dicarboxylic acid. What about this name? 1 2 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. So what is the name of this one? Benzene 1,3-dicarboxylic acid, benzene 1,3 at benzene. Then at 1 position, 3 position COOH group is there. Now actually its commercial name is, just see, remember this is isothalic acid. What is this one? Isothalic acid. So you should remember this name also, isothalic acid. Okay, now one more is there. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6. What is the name of this one? Benzene 1,4-dicarboxylic acid. Its commercial name is terephthalic acid. Okay, this is also there. Now just see, here word pH is there. What is the meaning of pH? Phenyl group. So you can write C6H5 in place of this one. pH equal to C6H5. This is in text exercise. What is this one? In text exercise. So you can write this one, C6H5, CH2 and COOH. So what is the name of this one? 1 2 3. Okay, just see here, you can write this one like that also, benzene ring. Okay, and here what is there? CH2 COOH, correct. And now here also side chain contains functional group. Okay, COOH group is not directly bonded with benzene ring, it is bonded with side chain. Okay, so now 1 2 3. So what is the name of this one? 3-phenyl. 3 number phenyl. Now phenyl group is substituent. Now 3-phenyl propanoic acid. Okay, now what about this one? This is CH2. Okay, then C. Okay, just check here, CH2. Here also what is there? CH2. Let me check this one. Just let me check. This is also NCERT exercise only. Sorry, this is CH3 whole twice. So just you can split this one. With this carbon atom, 2 CH3 group is there. So CH3, we can write like that. Always go for breaking of this one. Then only you can write the correct name. Otherwise confusion would be there. So CH3, here double bond, here CH, and here what is there? COOH. So now numbering should always start from carboxylic carbon functional group, carboxylic carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? So just see. Now at 3 position, 3-methyl. Correct? Then bute. Correct? 2-ene. E should be deleted. Oic acid. 3-methyl bute 2-ene oic acid. 1 oic acid should not be, because COOH group is the boss of all functional group. Okay, wherever it is there, that is number 1 only. Now just see here. Now if COOH group is bonded with the ring, okay, then the carbon atom to which COOH group is bonded, that is always number 1 carbon atom. So 1, 2, 3. This is applicable to all carbon containing functional group. Same is the case with CHO also. The carbon atom to which CHO group or CN group or COOH group, okay, are bonded, that carbon atom is only first carbon atom, and the rest other substituents should be numbered after this according to the lowest sum rule. Okay, if more than 1 substituents are there. So just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the name of this one? 2-methyl. What is this one? 2-methyl cyclopentane carboxylic acid. Pentane carboxylic acid. Okay, no problem at all. 2-methyl cyclopentane carboxylic acid. Now just see here, COOH group is there, NO2 is also there. Okay, then carbon atom to which COOH group is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can start from this side also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, are you getting my point or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here. So just see, both either side you can start. Means at 4 position, 2 position and 6 position NO2 group will come. So what is the name of this one? 2,4,6 trinitro. Then benzene carboxylic acid. One more name can be written, 2,4,6 trinitrobenzoic acid, because suppose NO2 group is not there. So what is the name of this one? Benzoic acid. So you can write here R 2,4,6 trinitro benzoic acid. Okay, as you wish. Now I promised you will teach them later on. Okay, just see. They here more than 2. This is COOH group. This is also COOH group, and here also COOH group is there. So if more than 2 similar carbon containing functional group bonded with straight chain of carbon and carbon. So this is a straight chain of carbon, branching is not there. Okay, and if more than 2 similar carbon containing functional group bonded with carbon straight chain then the carbon of functional group is not counted in principal chain. You do one thing, first COOH group, write like that, COOH. Okay, now just see here. So now what should be there? Now compound will be named as derivatives of alkane. So first name should be alkane, afterwards tricarboxylic acid at the position of those COOH. So don't include the functional group, means carbon of functional group. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now this is a straight chain of carbon and carbon. So carbon of functional group will not be included in the principal chain. So what is the name of this one? Propane, 1, 2, 3, tricarboxylic acid. Propane 1, 2, 3 tricarboxylic acid. E will be there, correct? So this is 1993 convention, amendment in the IUPAC rule. Now already I have discussed this one in aldehydes and ketones case. Okay, once again I am telling you, because this is the most important example, it may come in the exam also. Now just see, opposite of this one, suppose more than 2 similar carbon containing functional groups are bonded with the chain, but 2 are in the straight chain. 2 are bonded with the straight chain, but third one is bonded with the straight chain. So this rule will not be applied. Remaining rule means earlier rule will be applied. Now this will be treated as a substituent. Okay, and now these 2 carbon atom will be included in the principal chain. So just see, this rule is there when there is a straight chain of carbon and carbon, number 1. Second one is more than 2 similar functional carbon containing group. More than 2 similar functional carbon containing group. Once again I am telling you, more than 2 similar carbon containing functional group. If bonded with the straight chain of carbon and carbon, then the carbon of the functional group is not counted in the principal chain. Okay, but here what is there? 2 are the part of straight chain, but third one is bonded with the side chain. So what should be there? These 2 will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At 3 position, this will be treated as a substituent now. So what is the name of this one? Methyl carboxylic. What would be this one? Methyl carboxylic. Sorry. Okay, sorry. This would be carboxymethyl. Just see. When COOH group is coming as a prefix, so what is the name of that one? Carboxy. Okay. When it is coming as a secondary suffix, oic acid. So this is carboxymethyl. Okay, now this is prefix now, because this is substituent now. Okay, so what is the name of this one? Just see, I will write this side, 3 carboxymethyl, 3 carboxymethyl. Okay, carboxy for COOH, CH2 for methyl. Then what is there? Hept in 1,7 heptane 1,7 dioic acid. Don't get confused. 3 at 3 number. Which group is there? Carboxymethyl. Carboxy word is added for COOH group when COOH group comes as a prefix. So 3 carboxymethyl heptane 1,7 dioic acid, because at 1 and 7 position COOH group is there. In this way, all the nomenclature, given IUPAC nomenclature of carboxylic acid is completely completed. Okay, now why I took all those examples? Because whatever example is given in NCERT book, from that only questions will come. Okay, and definitely IUPAC nomenclature will come. But question will come from NCERT book only. So all those I have completed. Please practice it. Okay, so now structure of carboxylic group. Okay, so what is the structure of carboxylic group? Just see. This is C double bond O and H. With this oxygen, the carbon and oxygen double bond is there. Here also oxygen is divalent, but between carbon and oxygen double bond is not there. Okay. So just see, one OH group, other carbonyl group. Okay. This carbon atom is, what is the hybridization state of this carbon atom? sp2. Okay, we'll discuss. Don't discuss anything about the hybridization. Right now see, this is the structure. Okay. Of course it is sp2 only, but nevertheless there is no need to discuss right now here hybridization. Okay. This is the first structure. Now shift this, O is more electronegative than carbon. So this 4 bond pair is here. So one will be shifted toward this side. So you will get such kind of structure. Now this carbon will have positive charge now because their electron has been taken away by the oxygen. But just see what is happening. Now in this structure, what is there? This carbon atom is electron deficient carbon atom. Electron deficient carbon atom. But its electrophilicity, means electron deficiency, is reduced by this oxygen, because this oxygen lone pair of electron will be shifted here. Okay. So now initially it has acquired slightly positive charge. But due to presence of these lone pair of electron with the second oxygen atom, now here these electron will come. So here double bond character will come between this carbon atom and this oxygen atom. So now electrophilicity of this carbon atom is decreased. Is decreased or not? Okay. So these are the resonating structure of carboxylic group. Remember, carbonyl group of aldehydes and ketone, that is more electrophilic than that of carbonyl group of carboxylic acid, because in carboxylic carbon their electrophilicity is decreased by the lone pair electron of this second oxygen. So I wrote here carbon of carboxylic group is less electron deficient, means less electrophilic than carbonyl carbon because of the above resonance. In carbonyl group, what is there? C double bond O group is there. Is there or not? What would be the next resonating structure? C single bond O, 2, 4, 6 negative sign, and here positive sign. Okay. Now no one is there. No one is there to decrease the electrophilicity, means to increase the electron density here. Okay. Means this carbonyl carbon is electron deficient. No one is there to increase the electron density here. That is why this is more electrophilic, or you can say more electron deficient. While in case of carboxylic acid, what is happening? This oxygen atom is increasing the electron density here. Increasing the electron density here or not? Means decreasing the electrophilicity of carbon of carboxylic group. That is the difference between carbonyl group and means carbon of carbonyl group and carbon of carboxylic group. So carboxylic group carbon is less electrophilic, while carbon of carbonyl group is more electrophilic. More electrophilic means more electron deficient. Correct? Less electrophilic means rich in terms of electron. Okay. Correct or not? Over. This is there. Now there are some questions. Okay. How you will distinguish between phenol and benzoic acid, benzaldehyde and acetophenone, formic acid and ethanoic acid? Just see. Now yesterday only I taught you how to distinguish between benzaldehyde and acetophenone. In acetophenone, CH3CO group is there, so it will give the iodoform test. So please refer the video of yesterday's. You will get the acetophenone. Acetophenone means acetophenone will give the positive iodoform test. Benzaldehyde will not give. Another way is also there. In another way also you can distinguish. Just see. This is benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde respond to the Tollens reagent. Means benzaldehyde reduces the Tollens reagent, and acetophenone is the aromatic ketone. It does not reduces. So that can also be there. It doesn't mean that only one particular test is there. More than one test is there. Anyone you should write, but remember you should write with the reaction. Okay. Now phenol and benzoic acid. Just see. As you know, benzoic acid is a stronger acid than phenol. Of course, phenol is also acid only. Phenol is more acidic than alcohol, but as compared to phenol, benzoic acid is more acidic. And you might have seen that phenol has not reacted with NaHCO3. Benzoic acid will react. So this test name is sodium bicarbonate test. So just see, you should write this reaction, benzoic acid plus NaHCO3, then sodium benzoate will form. It is acidic, so H will come out. So this is sodium benzoate, and now carbon dioxide gas with effervescence will come out. Now write down their name, sodium benzoate. What is this one? Sodium benzoate. Now what would be there? Phenol plus NaHCO3, no reaction, it will not react. So distinction is over. Meaning of distinction is one should give, other should not give. Next one more test is there to distinguish between phenol and benzoic acid. That is neutral FeCl3 test. What is this one? Neutral FeCl3 test. And when I taught you phenol, that time only I told this reaction. See, phenol will neutralize the FeCl3. Means phenol will react with the FeCl3. How? It will form this compound. What is the name of this one? Triphenoxyiron. C6H5O. This group is known as phenoxy, like ethoxy, butoxy, pentoxy. So this is triphenoxyiron plus 3HCl. Otherwise you can make like that also. That one coordination compound is there. Iron C6H5O whole 6. And here 3 positive, then here what is there? 3Cl negative plus 3H positive. So what would be the name of this one? Hexaphenoxyiron third ion. What color of compound is formed? Violet complex. This is the violet color complex. Okay. What is this one? Violet color complex. But benzoic acid will not react. Benzoic acid plus FeCl3, no reaction. So either one you can write. I think this is the easiest one. You should write in this way. Okay. Now what about formic acid and ethanoic acid? Remember, formic acid discharged the pink color of acidified KMNO4, but ethanoic acid did not. Will tell you why formic acid. Just see, acidified KMNO4 is oxidizing agent, and formic acid and acetic acid should have been reducing agent. Actually, due to the presence of CH3 group, alkyl group in ethanoic acid, this is less or you can say weak reducing agent. But formic acid, just see, SCOOH is there or not? HCOOH. CH3 group is not there. So as compared to ethanoic acid, formic acid is a strong reducing agent. That is why it is reducing the acidified KMNO4 solution. Means it is reacting with acidified KMNO4 solution. Okay. Means it is reducing acidified KMNO4 solution, hence discharging the pink violet color of KMNO4. What is the color of KMNO4? Pink violet. But mere writing that one is not enough. Mere writing that one is not enough. You should write the reaction. So just see, here I wrote reaction, 2-step reaction I wrote. First step reaction you are very much familiar, KMNO4 plus H2SO4, that is K2SO4, AMNSO4, 3H2O plus 5 nascent oxygen. Those 5 nascent oxygen should be consumed by the formic acid, then CO2 and H2O will form. Since here 5 oxygen is there, so this reaction should be multiplied with 5. Now add this reaction, then what should be there? 2 KMNO4, 3 H2SO4, 5 SCOOH, K2SO4, MnSO4, 8 H2O, 5 CO2. Okay, means just see, formic acid is discharging the pink violet color of KMNO4, but acetic acid will not give this test. So we can use this one. Just see here, this one, the color means color of pink violet color of KMNO4 slowly will discharge due to the formation of MnSO4. Here in MnSO4, Mn2 positive is autocatalyst. What is this one? Autocatalyst. Okay, means no need to add here any catalysis. This is colorless compound. What is this one? Colorless. Means Initially reaction would be slow, but after some time when the concentration of MnSO4 will increase, automatically the rate of reaction will increase. So MnSO4 is working as a autocatalyst. This is additional information. And now when your monthly test was conducted, I have given this reaction, but that was in another set. Okay, that is why you have not got. Okay, now one more question is here. FCH2COOH, NO2CH2COOH, CH3COOH, SCOOH, formic acid. See, to distinguish between, they will not give you formula. Sometimes they give, sometimes they do not give. So that you should remember, generally what is there, they will not give the formula. See, like here, benzaldehyde and acetophenone. If they will give you the formula, then what would be there? You will come to know that here CH3CO group is there, so it will give the iodoform test. So what is there? You should remember the formula also. Okay. Now this reaction I am not writing because study only I have completed this one. So let us arrange this compound in increasing order of their acidic strength. So actually there is a rule, but right now I am unable to complete that particular portion. So I am not telling that rule, but remember, when electron withdrawing groups are attached with the carboxylic acid, then what would be there? Their acidic strength will increase. So here F is also electron withdrawing group, NO2 is also electron withdrawing group, but remember, electron withdrawing effect of NO2 is stronger than fluorine. So this will be the number 1, means its acidic strength would be highest. Second number would be this one. Now just see here. Now here see, if electron withdrawing groups are attached with the carbon-carbon chain, then acidic strength will increase. If electron donating groups are attached, then acidic strength will decrease. So here what would be there? Just see. Here CH3 group is there. So third number would be this one, fourth number would be this one. Please arrange this one. So 1, 2, 3. Already I arranged here. F, this one, and this one. There is a one word, decarboxylation. Removal of COOH group from the carboxylic acid, that is known as decarboxylation. And last year I taught you this reaction, decarboxylation, with soda lime, 3:1 ratio. 3:1 ratio. So just see, this is sodium benzoate. How you will get this one? When benzoic acid react with NaOH, then sodium benzoate is formed. When this is treated with soda lime, NaOH plus CO mixture is known as soda lime. Then Na2CO3 will come out, and this H will be attached here and benzene will be formed here. Okay, Na2CO3. So this reaction is known as decarboxylation reaction. Please remember this one also. So these are the some additional information which I have given you. Okay, so please just note down this one also. Okay, and some of these questions you may get in the your pre-board exam. Okay, so now we are in the methods of preparation of carboxylic acid. First one is from primary alcohol and aldehydes. So just see, we discussed when primary alcohol is oxidized in presence of alkaline KMnO4, acidified KMnO4 or acidified potassium dichromate, then alcoholic group gets oxidized into aldehydes and ketone, and in turn they are oxidized into carboxylic acid. So just see, this is RCH2OH. Okay, so now I have written here 2-step reaction. In presence of alkaline KMnO4, you can take either one, there is no issue. So first one, what would we form? Potassium salt of carboxylate acid, or potassium salt of carboxylic acid, or potassium carboxylate. Okay, this will form. When you acidified this one, then H2O means acidic hydrolysis is there. So here just give H here and OH here. So the minus KOH and RCOOH is formed. Please take any one. Okay. Now what is there in the NCERT book? They have written 1-step reaction. So just see, first RCH2OH, this is 1 degree alcohol. Now alkaline KMnO4, first step. Second means H3O they have written, means acidic hydrolysis, and directly they wrote product RCOOH. You can also do like that, but this is a very famous reaction, and since alcohol phenol chapter we are discussing with this one. So 1 degree primary alcohol, just see. Now here one more thing is there. If you want to check the oxidation of alcohol at aldehyde and ketonic stage, then PCC should have been taken, and we have already, others are also there. DIBAL is there, diisobutyl aluminium hydride. Now this is 1 decanol, this is also primary alcohol only. There is a one new reagent, that is CrO3H2SO4, that is known as Jones reagent. Okay, what is this one? Jones reagent. This also oxidize primary alcohol into COOH, means carboxylic acid. So CH3CH2 whole at will be as such, only this group will be converted into COOH, minus H2O will come here. Decanoic acid, this is formed. Not only this one, if you will take benzyl alcohol, so this CH2OH group will be oxidized into COOH. Alkaline KMnO4, here also two-step reaction is there. First here potassium salt of benzoic acid will form, which further acidification means acidic hydrolysis, this will form benzoic acid. So rather than writing two step, I wrote one step only. Now just see here what is written, from primary alcohol and aldehydes. Okay, so just see, now in the last videos only, aldehyde is a strong reducing agent. Okay, due to the presence of H with carbonyl carbon, so they can reduce the weak oxidizing agent like Tollens reagent. So just see, when aldehyde can reduce the Tollens reagent and form carboxylic acid, so that can also be formed, means carboxylic acid can be formed by the aldehyde also, from ketone also, but ketones oxidize with great difficulty, aldehydes easily oxidize. So Tollens reagent, failing solution, they can also yield the carboxylic acid. Now next method of preparation of carboxylic acid is there from Grignard reagent. So just see, Grignard reagents are two type, aliphatic and aromatic. So this is RMGX. What is this one? RMGX. Okay, and you know the bond between R and Mg is polar. This is 36% ionic. So this carbon is more electronegative than magnesium. So this is a negative, and this is polar covalent bond, and Mg part is positive. Okay, 36% ionic. If you will write like that, see, H, Mg and X. So the carbon is more electronegative than magnesium. So this will be slightly negative, this will be slightly positive. This is 36% ionic bond. Okay, ionic bond. Almost every time whenever Grignard reagent has come, I explained you this one. Okay, so now this bond will be broken. When Grignard reagent react with carbon dioxide gas, then carboxylic acid is formed. See how. Now this is carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide means solid carbon dioxide. Dry gas you are not taking. You are taking dry ice. What you are taking? Dry ice. Dry ice means solid carbon dioxide. So now just see. Now in carbon dioxide structure is this one. So O is more electronegative than carbon. So now this bond will be shifted this side. So now such kind of structure would be created, and now here what is there? Carbon will be the electrophilic center, electron deficient center, and now in Grignard reagent R is now nucleophile. R is nucleophile. So this R will attack here. Okay, it will attack here. So here what would be there? R. Okay, and now this positive sign won't be there now, and with O part, positive part Mgx will be attached. So write down here Mgx. Same is the case with here also, ArMgX. But remember, as compared to aliphatic Grignard reagent, Ar and Mg bond is not that much polar. Of course it is polar, but as compared to this one, this is not a very much polar. Nevertheless it is polar only. This is positive, this is negative part. So here what would be there? Ar will be attached, and this side who will be attached? Mgx. Now next step is hydrolysis. So now from here, just see, break this one. Give here H, give here OH. Next step is acidic hydrolysis, oblique H positive. So what would be the bond here? What will be the product here? Just see. O double bond C, and here OH is there. And here what would be there? AR. AR means C6H5. So C6H5 C double OH. You have got the benzoic acid. Now if you will fill here C6H5, this is aromatic Grignard reagent. So which compound will come here? C6H5. What is this one? C6H5 C double OH. Benzoic acid. You have got the aromatic acid or not? Same thing is here also. Just subject it for hydrolysis. So this bond will be broken from here. Now write down here H2O oblique H positive. So here give H, here give OH. So what would be the product? Just see. O double bond C. Now here what would be there? R. Here what is there? OH. Plus what would be here? MgXOH. Hydroxy magnesium halide. And this is RCOOH, carboxylic acid. Here also, in this case also, MgXOH would be there. Now suppose here you have filled CH3 group. So now here also you will get CH3 only, CH3 acetic acid. Now here also write CH3, okay. Now here also write C6H5, okay. So now this is very good method of preparation of carboxylic acid, aliphatic and aromatic from Grignard reagent. This is most important, just 2 steps reaction and very easy reaction, and it is important for exam also. Just see, COOH is here acting as a, means carbon of carbon dioxide is acting as a electrophilic center, and RRAR of Grignard reagent is acting as a nucleophile. So this is one kind of nucleophilic addition reaction, because nucleophile is getting added here. So what kind of reaction this one? Nucleophilic addition reaction. So now today only 2 methods of preparation, remaining will complete tomorrow. Now already limit is more, okay. Thank you. Tomorrow your exam is also there. All the best for chemistry pre-board exam. I am hoping that you will make me proud, okay. Please revise thoroughly and please see the today's videos also. Thank you.